Okay, class, this video is going to be sent to my Skype students or anyone that did a one-on-one who may need a, reminder video on e-filing. Nothing to overthink. Trust me, it's nothing to overthink because you're working with your sanding band. I told you to use, you already know. You're working with your metal drill bits I told you to use. This is the medium and this is the large barrel. Okay, and this is the drill I told you guys to use. You can use pretty much any, well, you can't use pretty much any drill. Let me take that back. Your e-file, which is your drill, have to have at least, I think it's 23,000 RPMs or more. That's your power. Okay, so I'm going to be switching out a few of my nails just to show you guys a quick lesson on e-filing. Okay, y'all can work with that music. Let me turn my music up a little bit. Okay, so the client comes back. You already have your video on your rebalance, your refill. So you're going to use your cuticle nippers to take off any stones. Remember the ones I told you to use also that last longer with the thick handle. So I'm going to be switching out these 3 nails. So basically, like in the other videos, you're going to be careful. See how I just nip my skin? You don't want that. So you're going to always have your finger on that client's skin. So if you nip, if your clippers, I keep saying clippers, I'm sorry y'all. If your cutters slip and it will, it'll be on you and not the client's skin. So be careful. Once again, holding it. It's hard for me to do because I'm doing my own hand. So take your time and take off the stones if you can. Don't spend a lot of time on this. So if you can't, there go one came off. And again, this is an old pair, so that's probably why it's not working either. So if you can't take it out with this, you don't spend a lot of time with this. So what you're going to do is, with your medium bit, turn your e-file on, give it some power. You don't have to be all the way up. You will get the feel of how your e-file feels in your hand. And when you start drilling, you will know that, okay, that's enough power or that's not enough power. So basically, like I taught you guys in class, if you did a one-on-one, your wrist still going to be on the table. Instead of 3 fingers, of course, this time I'm going to use 4. And say, for instance, this was the client hand. This is the client hand. So, of course, my pinky would be, as balanced. And I'm taking off the product. I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, I'm going to show you on this finger here. So, like I said before, take your time. And you're going to, see, that's 2. Let me see. There we go. Give it some power. Relax. Have the client relax their hand. Your wrist again is on the table as much as possible, and because you're not going to be filing up in the air like this. You need to be relaxed. See, 4 fingers. Like I said, nothing to overthink. Hold your handpiece and gently, carefully, back and forth, take off any stones that's remaining. See how simple and quick I just did that? And once again, just go around, take your time, take off the top coat. See, I'm not even all the way up there because remember, you're going to rebalance. So the area you're going to be working on is going to be down here anyway instead of way up on their skin. So take your time. Just like I taught you how to hand file. You're going to, constantly be moving and go down. Again, some things is just like, okay, just think it through. I'm just basically, you see I'm going down, removing this top coat. And I have foil on top of this nail, which is an encapsulated nail. So you already know about that. That's a quick way to, change up the client's look without soaking off. And then, of course, you're going to charge them. So take your time again. See how I'm just going, basically touching it. If that client is moving, just can't be still. You need to let them know before you start drilling. I need you to be still. Shake their hand, tell them to be still, relax, and do your job. So you see how I'm just going down, back and forth, back and forth. I'm just doing this. So I can do it like that. And take out the product. Okay, it's hard for me to try to do this and stay in focus, so bear with me, you guys. So see what I'm doing? I'm just moving the client finger, taking out their product. And you move on to the next finger. Now, if you have lifting, if a client having lifting from, for whatever reason, usually it's going to be from them not maintaining the nails, you don't want to get your cuticle nipper and just trying to take off any lifting, because what happens is you're really actually pulling up the acrylic even more. So the fastest way for me to blend in the acrylic if it's lifting is just to, with the e-file, just gently go back and forth. Don't make any heat. And remember, your 3 fingers, you relax. I'm sorry, 4 fingers. And you're just basically going to just work on that area back and forth, and it'll blend in. Now again, if you think, okay, I need to get the cuticle nipper in, it's like a big piece or a little piece lifting up, go ahead and just nip it. Don't pry it up and nip it, just nip it. But usually, again, with you doing quality work, doing what I tell you to do, flawless cuticle, you won't have any major lifting again unless they've been gone a while. So yeah, just use your drill bit and just go back and forth if you see any lifting. Because this is more powerful, of course, than your sanding band. So you want to take your time like that. If there's lifting, and just blend that area in. Then after you remove your product, of course, the next step is to, I think in the full set video, it's been so long since I looked at that video, then that's when I like to go ahead and file the nail back into shape and then do my prep. Because once again, when you're doing the rebounders, you want to lay the acrylic on the way the nail is supposed to be shaped, so in case you need to, lay acrylic here, or I might need to lay a little bit of more acrylic over there. That's why I like to go ahead and pre-shape after I do all of that. And I'm not going to cut this nail down, but if your client needs a cut down, all you have to do is just get your toenail clippers that's right here on your desk. You're going to, I like to gently, you know what, hold on one second. I'm going to show you guys on a finger. Hold on one second. Okay, so say for instance the client comes back, and they want a cut down or a reshape. Say for instance they want a cut down. Say for instance they want to reshape. So you already know this is a stiletto nail, so you would just cut here, then cut on this side. If you cut here on this side a little bit, well, see, it just went straight across. But of course, if this was a longer nail, say for instance my nail, I would cut this side, then cut this side, then cut this side, so that way it'll be a sharp, crisp line like this. If not, if you just try to go in, if you can fit it and cut it, it'll be zigzag, 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 and that's a lot of more work for you to do. So actually, this is a good cut. So they want to cut down. Okay, remember, it's really important. Say for instance, this was their nail, they want to cut down, but they still want to keep their stiletto shape. You remember what I told you about stiletto shape? Never cut what they want the tip to be. You're going to go down a little bit more, even when cutting down, and then cut it, and then cut it. And then, of course, you got to do all that filing. But me, after so many clients changing their shape. Oh, I want stiletto. Oh, I want coffee nails now. Oh, I want stiletto. No, that's too much work. Sometimes it's best just to start charging for a soak up and start over, because yeah, that's too much work. So basically a cut down is what I just showed you, and then you're going to get your e-file, and of course take your time, remove the product, and remember, don't squeeze the client hand. You relax your hand, because you're going to have pump a toner. You working too hard. Relax. So that's how you take your time, drill off the product, drill off your 3D flowers, even your bling nails. Sometimes you spend too much time trying to nip these stones off. Baby, I get this on high and tell them to relax their hand, tell the client to be still, and I just go in and take off all those stones. That's how you're gonna take off a full bling nail in case they don't want it. But honestly, I used to love when they just say, oh, can I keep my bling nail? I'm like, sure. If they have a few stones missing, baby, put some Gorilla Glue back on there, spray it, and do your refill in the back like I taught you in the video. And yeah, any missing stones, ooh, I used to love that, because that's a lot of work to drill off an entire bling nail. And remember what I told you in class also, when they ask you how much a bling nail, don't just say 15 or whatever you charge. You let them know, hey, it's 15 because, and keep talking, get the gap. See what I'm doing? I'm just going down, and see, look how I'm doing this, down. I'm not, see, look, because you're going to bump that client finger too much. So just take your time, go down, and this is a cut down. Because once you cut it, the bulk of the nail, the bulk of the product is going to be right at the tip. So just all you got to do is just think it through, and just you're going to just thin down that acrylic where it needs to be thin down. Usually, well, not usually, it's going to be again where you cut it at. So just take your time, look from side to side, and thin down that acrylic so that nail can look good again, thin out and not bulky. That's it. I mean, it's not really hard at all. So once you do all of this on all 10 nails, of course, cut down, reshape, thin the product out, and remember, you want to get your C curve under there again. So what you do is just go under, just sit that drill bit right in there. See what I'm doing? Thin it back out underneath, and there you go. You have your pretty thin nail again. So all you do, of course, after you do all of that, get your 180 side. Remember, you don't need the 100 side. Get your 180 side, feel it, so you'll know what side you're working on. Client finger is up in the air like this, of course, and you're just going to get your shape back. Get your shape back. Get your shape back. Remember, if it's look raggedy and jagged underneath, no matter whether you're doing the refill, full set, cut down or whatever, you go underneath and you do that. See how pretty that nail is? And of course, next thing, of course, is your prep. Of course, it's not going to work on this nail, but y'all know how to prep. Do that and continue your prep. So that's honestly, how you do all of that I just showed you. So I'm going to stop this video, and the second video I'm going to attach to this is how to e-file with your sanding bit, and I'm going to do it on this finger here. So I'll be back. Okay, I decided to throw in this bonus footage for you guys. I'm going, okay, a client comes in, this nail could be cracked or could be already broken, or you want to take this nail off, which is an encapsulated nail, and they want something else encapsulated. All of that drilling, that's too much drilling down. I mean, there's one option. You can thin this nail down, thin as possible, if you want. thin, 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 and encapsulate something else over it, if that'll work. But if what they want encapsulated won't, it depends on what they want encapsulated also. So if you say, okay, well, I need to take, you know, I'm just gonna put another nail tip on here or whatever, and like I just said, the nail tip is already gone. Okay, so this is what you're gonna do. I'm actually gonna cut this nail because I do want to encapsulate something else totally different. So what you can do is, remember, I always turn their hand upside down. Never cut the client nails like this because people have that meaty skin under some of their nails. Never, again, never cut like this. Turn the client hand upside down. You're going to cut right below the natural nail where the natural nail is. Not too close because, again, sometimes you cut, then the acrylic will still jag, and then it'll go up and hit that meaty area, and then they'll bleed. I did that several times till I learned better. That school didn't teach me. So I'm going to cut right below because my natural nail is pretty, not long, but it's right there. So I'm going to cut here and then go on the other side and cut it. Okay, so you have all of that. Again, if you can safely cut off all of that bulk, because while I work on that, you don't need all of that. Cut it as low as possible without cutting that client skin. So yeah, do all of this with your toenail clipper as much as possible. Take all of that excess off. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. So I'm going to turn my e-file up, give it some power, and basically and remember, don't overthink it. Don't be scared because, like I said in the first part of the video, when you're e-filing to take down bulk, rebalance, or whatever, you're never going to be close to their skin anyway because the nails has grown out. So I'm going to go around that cuticle area really carefully and give it a little bit more power. Take my time. Because see, you're down here now, so you know you can give yourself a little bit more power. You're not on their natural nail causing heat. Because again, if you have your drill up too high, it can cause heat if you're on top of their nail bed. So yeah, you got to worry about all that. Up here, you want to stick and move. But down here, like I said, you can just really go dig in. Really dig in. Up here, don't dig in. Just lightly let the lightly let the drill bit do its work. Again, lightly let it do its work. Down here, if I want to, I can really dig in. See that? See how I'm digging in to get that nail thin and out the way? So now I've thin it down. If I have to, or if I wanted to, I can go back in with my cutter and cut the remaining of the excess acrylic off. Because again, while I work over it, move it out the way. I don't need it. Okay, so now that's my natural nail. I'm ready to rock and roll. So now, get your e-file again. And I'm going to basically thin down all of this acrylic. I'm not going to go all the way down, but I'm just going to thin it down, especially here, just enough so I can just put another tip back on it. Whether it's a encapsulated nail, natural nail, whatever, natural tip. And remember what I told you about encapsulation. I know under all of this stuff I'm filing on, I know underneath is what? A layer of clear acrylic to protect my natural nail. So, once again, use your imagination, figure out how you want to do it. If the nail you're going to be encapsulating, you know, depends on what you're going to encapsulate. So I'm just going to go ahead and drill on top of this foil because again, underneath is clear acrylic. See what I'm doing? Gently. And now I'm going to focus on, see, all of that foil and stuff I encapsulated is gone. Look at that, look at that. Gone. Bam. Look at that. I have that left. But still, this is too thick here to put a nail tip on. So take your time, go back and forth. See, that didn't take but a few minutes to do all of that. 4 fingers. See how my pinky finger is holding, you know, 4 fingers of my pinky here. Hand on the table, not up here, on the table. And when you're e-filing, now my wrist, as you can see, is not at the edge of the table like I was laying acrylic. It's actually on the table, but that's okay. It ain't up in the air, it's down. Remember, if you was laying acrylic, it would be at the edge of the table. Yeah, I already know that, but this is on e-filing, so my hand is here. Back and forth, so I know that, okay, it's thin enough for me to go ahead and put another nail tip on it. So, without over-filing, that's thin enough. Okay, e-file off, of course. Know what you're doing. Get your brush. And all I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and refile that nail so it can be sidewall to sidewall. Reshape it to fit that area. You're going down like this. That nail was pretty wide, so go in, put that e-file right here. That hand file, I'm sorry, here, and file back and forth, back and forth. Get that narrowness back. Go ahead and, now this part, you ain't got to turn that hand up. Just go ahead and square this off. Okay, looks like my natural nail, but it's clear acrylic on it. It's not lifting, nothing major is going on. So all I'm going to do is get my tip. My tweezers is somewhere packed up in my kit. Fit the tip, sidewall to sidewall. That should fit. And see, that's why we lay 2 layers of paper towel down, because when I'm getting ready to lay acrylic, I would just do what I did in the first video, turn this, flip it over and get it out of my way. And I'm going to do that real quick because I don't like working over dust if I don't have to, because I'm through e-filing for right now. Okay, so I'm just flipping out of that dust and covering it up. Okay, so fit in that tip to make sure it's sidewall to sidewall. If not, you know what to do. Okay, that'll work. So I'm going to get my glue. And see, look, this glue here has just been sitting on my desk. It's thick and it's not going to stick. It's just been sitting here. I'm gonna try to get it to work because I don't feel like getting some nail glue out of my kit. Yeah, my kit is packed. Yeah, this is super. Hold on, y'all. I got some glue over here. Okay, great. I got some more glue. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna take this glue out of here real quick with this paper towel. Cause yeah, it wasn't gonna stick, it's too thick. So there you go. See there? Good runny glue. Oh Lord, I just cracked it. It's all right. Now I got to throw it away. So I'm going to get my nail tip. Just a little. Yeah, I just cracked it by mistake, so just a little bit. And glue that tip on like I taught you. With the clean finger up in the air. And even doing your own nails, see how I'm gluing my tip on with my finger facing the opposite. My finger's facing this way, not towards me. Okay, that worked. Great. Now remember, if you're gluing it down, you think you're seeing the air pockets or whatever, it's okay to go ahead and get a little bit more glue and put it around there. Get your finger and wipe it off and throw this away. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna keep this a stiletto and just encapsulate something. So, well, actually, see, it's too long, so I have to get my toenail clipper. Remember, line up your cuticle area. I want this to be a stiletto, so I'm just gonna cut it a little bit because it's a little bit too long. Damn, there you go. And then, of course, reshape it. 180 side to make it more narrow. And remember, of course, the middle of the cuticle should line up with the tip of that nail if it's a stiletto. Okay, so this is part 2, and I'm going to encapsulate something, lay the acrylic and all of that good stuff. And I'm going to come back with part 3, and that's going to be how to e-file around the cuticle area with your sanding band. All right. Okay, you guys, on this finger here, I decided what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put down some Lawrence Light, blend it down just a little bit. I'm going to be encapsulating this. I found this at Michael's. Like I told y'all, go take your time like I did this morning and walk through every aisle at Michael's. And it's over there with the glitter and stuff. Look at that. I think I paid $2 for this. Come on now. And then I had a 40% off coupon. So yeah, like I said, you have to think in advance what you're going to do. So yeah, what I'm doing with my sanding band, push the cuticles back, and I'm blending this acrylic in, and I realized, like I just said, I'm gonna put Lawrence Light over it, and this is of course is clear acrylic. So I'm actually just going back and forth with my sanding band, and I'm actually just thinning it out. So this can take down bulk, you know what I'm saying, depending on how long you work in that area. Like right here, see that little white spot? I just want to blend that in. And all I'm doing was, look, I'm just doing it. And I mean, just doing it up against the skin like I taught you in your prep video. And yeah, just turn the nail sideways so I can make sure, this is not too thick. And all I'm doing is going back and forth, down to the sides, back and forth. And I'm blending in and taking down the bulk of some of that clear acrylic. Now remember, this is going to be a encapsulated nail, so you don't want to just go over this clear tip. You want it to be clear, so don't file over this clear tip all down here. But you're going to be encapsulating products, that's fine. But if this was a glass nail, they wanted just a glass nail, you would make sure the natural nail underneath is filed straight. But I wouldn't file out. I would have never filed on this area because they wanted a clear nail. So when you put that clear acrylic on it, it ain't gonna, it's not gonna be super clear. So remember that. Just only file where you need to. So yeah, I'm going to be encapsulating this nail up here, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah. So that's number 3. Yeah. So there's one more part coming. So stay tuned. Okay, you guys. This is gonna be another part of the video. I'm taking off the product here, of course, doing my blending. And you see that white line there? You don't want that. You don't want to dig too much into the client natural nail, but you can, like I said before, use your sanding band to take down any lifting. This nail is not lifting, so because it's going to happen when if you think you saw lifting and you use this, okay, fine, take off the dust or whatever. Now you doing your prep, and then you can move your finger on the client nail and tell, oh, it's lifting a little bit. Like I said, don't go in with your cuticle nipper. Don't do that. If you have your sanding band in, go ahead and take your time. What I'm doing, see, I'm actually concentrating the sanding band right in this area. I'm not on, cause see, that's natural nail back there. You don't want to touch all back there a lot, but you basically in this area where the white is at, I'm just acting as if this is lifting and it's not. But again, you don't want a whole lot of that white line because when you lay acrylic, it'll probably see through it sometimes. So go ahead and look at me. I'm just doing this barely. Back and forth. Just hit it, release. Release. If that was lifting, then you know, continue to go down. Turn the client finger from side to side to see again if you need to take down bulk anywhere. Because when you're doing a refill, rebalance, you're concentrating up here. And then when you're done, all you got to do is just get your hand file like I taught you. Buff that area, hand file that area. Go back with this, do the entire nail, you're done. So that's why you do your shaping first, side. That's going to be the longest part of doing your sets. It's the prep. And when they come back, you know, for your rebalance, the prep and what I'm doing now. Making sure everything is shaped right. All of the lifting is gone. You're looking at the nail from side to side, pushing that skin back. Remember, getting up in those areas very lightly. The client should barely feel this. Look, I want to get that right there. So I'm just going to, trust me, take your time and do this. Do quality work like I taught you, so the client can go longer and longer between fills if they choose to. Again, you can't really control that, but you told them to bring their asses back. They ain't gonna come back, and you charge your worth. Okay? All right. Okay, I'm going to be working on just this one nail. So everything is done in the other prior videos. So I already been thinking while the client was talking, if this was a client, how I'm going to execute this design. So pH bond, the natural nail, second coat of pH bond. Of course, if you were doing all nails, you would, you know, y'all know what to do. Start at the pinky finger, pH bond, pH bond, pH bond, stop. pH bond, pH bond, pH bond, stop. Primer, 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 stop. And then prime per nail. So that's 2 layers of pH bond because I'm working on this one nail for right now. Primer. Remember, tap if you're not sure how much you have on your brush. You don't want to overload it. So primer. That's it. Should look like that, of course. That means you're going to have a flawless cuticle. So yeah, so I'm getting ready to do this design. I'm going to encapsulate some glitter first. Of course, y'all know the clear acrylic goes underneath to protect this nail. And I'm going to do a 3D flower. Yeah, a bonus video for you guys real quick. So let me just get straight into it. So okay, this is first layer primer. I don't want this video to be too long. So second layer primer on that natural nail. Go in with your thin layer of clear acrylic. Okay. So clear acrylic. See how I'm pushing it up? Y'all already know how to make flawless cuticle. Bring it down, center. Just that simple. If you need to pat it around the cuticle area to make it even more flawless, pat it like I just did. Now I'm going to go in with just a little. I'm going to pick up this glitter. And remember, when you're encapsulating anything around the cuticle area, all you need is a thin, fine layer. If it's glitter, you're going to encapsulate. Remember, I have a little dapping dish here on the side. Let me pick up some clear acrylic first, like I taught y'all, and then go into the glitter. So clear acrylic glitter, and then put it down. Because I didn't do that at first, and it was moving all over the place. So lay your glitter down. Thin layer. Because this design, I'm going to encapsulate a 3D flower for you guys. I'm looking to make sure it's how I want it. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more clear acrylic. Dip it into that glitter. So I want to cover up that natural nail. You saw that natural nail sticking through. You don't want that. So encapsulating. Laying my glitter down, gently fanning it down because I don't want it on the entire nail. Gently just fanning it down. I'm gonna stop about right there. To get the nail from side to side, make sure all of your sides is covered up with that glitter if that's the look you're going for. Pick up some more clear acrylic, Dip in that glitter, turn the nail sideways. I mean the brush sideways, like I taught you on how to lay acrylic. Bring it down, pat, 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 bring it down. Okay, now I'm going to encapsulate a 3D flower. So make sure this brush is clear of glitter. Like that, I'm tapping it into that monomer that's in my little dapping dish on the side. Because the other nails, I don't want glitter all over it. So I'm going to turn my paper towel over, give me a clean surface to work with. I'm going to, this is some, I had to change out the containers. This is a Crystal Nails 3D acrylic. And I have my little dapping dish on the side. Well, actually it has glitter in. I'm gonna use my regular monomer. So I'm going to go in. Hope you guys can see from this angle. So I'm gonna go in. So like I taught you in a 3D flower video, you're going to put your brush all the way in and go in the circle. So I'm going to go in 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to lay my first petal where I want it. Let it sit there and let it get matte. Get that matte look to it. Not too matte though. And you see I'm getting my brush back ready to that point. You can do this if you want to help it. And remember, this is a fast drying acrylic, so you don't want to look at it too much because it's going to be just a big ball of acrylic there because you let it dry. So this is a fast drying acrylic. So I made my C, flip my brush this way and go in the center and pat it down. Pat in the center, pat the side, pat the other side. And remember, got to practice this before you do a client because this is a very, very fast drying acrylic, and just that fast it dried on me because I'm trying to teach you guys, but that's okay. I'm trying to make me some little lines in it if I can. And the key to encapsulating flowers is you want to make sure you turn it to the side. See how flat that is? You don't want it too bulky, of course. And another way, I don't know if I showed you guys in the other video, to make the lines in that acrylic when you're doing your flower petals is to get a cuticle pusher, something sharp. You can use this end. And actually you can go in and press. Let's make you some lines in that 3D flower. See that? I don't know if you can see that, but the detailing is really nice in that. So now go in with your next ball. Circle, 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 circle. That's a big enough ball. I'm gonna put it right here. Let it get matte, but I get my brush back. I don't want to get too hard like I just let it get a few moments ago. So I'm going to spread out my ball. Spread out my ball. Spread it out. Make that C. And go in. Press it down. Press in the middle. Press the side. Press the other side. And I can drag it. See, take all of the liquid out of that brush. Get it to a point. Work fast. And I could make those same lines if I, work fast. So there's two petals down. Dip my brush, go in a circle. Put the next ball right there. Let it get a little matte, not too matte. Get my brush back ready. I'm keeping an eye on this the whole time. I'm finna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and go in the center. Make a C, press it out, make a C, or like a little bean, like a little pinto bean shape. Damn, I'm sorry, I waste my time, really. Okay, I gotta work, cause it's gonna dry like that. Press it down the center, side, in the middle. Actually, I should have used a white acrylic. It'd be way, way more detailed than this. But this is still cute. Okay, so actually I'm going to, let me see. Everything is packed up. Actually, I'm going, let me see what I want to do now. So yeah, that's, and remember, the key is to spread out each petal while you're working with it to make sure it's flat. And cause I gotta encapsulate that. Okay? So you don't want no big piece up here sticking out. I'm trying to find something to put in the middle. I don't feel like getting up. Well, I don't feel like getting up. I got everything packed in my kit. Actually, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and pick up another ball off this table, a little small ball. Set it in the middle, and just leave it there. I can leave it there, or I can go in and make a circle, so it can be more detailed. I just put my brush in it and just move it around. That looks better. So that's a really simple, quick 3D flower. Remember, no 3D flower will be the same. So what I'm going to also do is show you how to make a petal, because I didn't show you how to make a petal in the other video. So I'm going to put my 3D brush in my monomer. Pick up this very fast drying acrylic, as you can see. Make a circle. I'm going to put it, now I need a bigger circle. So dip it back again, make a circle. I'm going to sit it there. Make sure it's in a ball. Show you how to make a petal real quick. So look, it's trying to get matte. I'm getting my brush back into the point, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to actually just cut into this acrylic. Look, I'm just going to do this and slide it down. See how I did that? Slide it down and flip my brush. Get my brush and spread out left side, where the other one side, and I can actually get my brush or get the end of a cuticle pusher, and I can pat, make some little indentations, some little marks. Ooh, I can't wait for you guys to see this up close. It's so simple and pretty. And that's it. And remember, keep everything on the nail. Keep your shape. You don't want to go over, of course, the edge of the nail tip. I'm going to leave that just like that. Okay. And now I'm going to use my imagination again. I'm going to encapsulate some stuff down here. So, oh my God, let me see. I'm trying to save this powder, but you know what? I ain't got time. I got to show y'all some stuff. So actually, I'm going to encapsulate a few pieces of this that I showed you in the other video. I was gonna do Lauren's Light and do another design, but I changed my mind. So let's go ahead and encapsulate. So pick up, dip my brush in my monomer. I'm gonna pick, and I have a few pieces of what I just showed you guys on my table over here on my side. So I'm just gonna use my imagination and pat it down. But look, they didn't stick. So what you need to do is pick up some clear acrylic, thin layer of clear acrylic, put it on the nail where you're getting ready to encapsulate anything, and then pick up your little short pieces or whatever you're going to encapsulate. Whatever you're going to encapsulate now is going to stick because your base is clear acrylic. That's too big. I don't like that one. So I'm going to pick up another little piece of short pieces from Michael's. See there? Look at that. Pick up some more clear acrylic just so I can have a base. Got interrupted. So yeah, pick up another. Just use your imagination, and I could put anything down here. Actually, I'm gonna remove that and put this. I dropped it. Put this down. Look at that. Use your imagination. Again, I'm going to pick up a little clear acrylic, put it back in that glitter, and just tap, tap, add a little glitter here, a little glitter there. I'm not going to overdo it, make it simple. And I'm just going to go ahead, for the sake of the video being too long, now I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate. So I'm going to pick up my first ball of clear. I like it. I'm going to put it right there in the center, apex area, because it's a long nail, and just bring it down. Y'all know what to do. Lay your acrylic, clean your sides, pick up some more clear, put it right there, bring it down, light as a feather, bring it down, clean your sides, and I'll show you the rest of it when I'm done. Okay, last part of the video, everything is done. When you encapsulate it, make sure, again, what you're encapsulating is thin enough. Those flower petals is thin enough. And when you finish encapsulating, it should look as if, you know, traditional in a way. You're going to look down the barrel of the nails, and all of them should be the same thickness. Okay, so that's why you take your time. I laid several balls of acrylic on this long nail. I lost count. It doesn't matter. I wanted it to look as if basically it's already done, and it damn near do. So all you do, y'all know what to do. Get your size, you know, peel the skin back. But I'm going to concentrate on this middle finger, because again, I don't want this video to be too long, because I think we're up to 6 parts now. So decline your fingers up in the air, of course. And when you're doing your own nails, you're gonna do your own hand like that too. See, my finger again is facing away from me. I can't do it. I mean, I can do it in the air, you know what I'm saying? But since I'm recording, I have to have it down. So I'm just bringing in the sides. Look, file goes in here. You holding that skin back so you won't cut them, you know, over filing. You can cut them sometimes. And you're going to put that file in there and stop making those nails so wide. Keep that nail narrow like that. See? File down. Look, see that horseshoe shape? The nail should go like that and down, not then out. Y'all making y'all nails too wide. So pay attention. That's why, again, laying the acrylic is the most important part. Take your time, use your brush, pat that acrylic in, pat it in, make sure it stays on the nail, keep it shape. Okay, so for the sake of, you know, me doing my own nails, I'm gonna file it this way and then file it that way. Make sure they straight up in the air. Remember, go underneath, take off that raggedy acrylic under there. Remember, that prick is going to show you. The one that complains all damn day going to show you. So go under there. See that little piece under there that I can't really give it the file? I'm going to have to e-file that. Or if I can, I'm going to go ahead and hand file it. So basically, all you got to do now, even moving that skin, just go back up on that skin. Get that 180 side, put it in there, go around. I'm using, just see how I'm holding my file like this. My hand is on the wrist. I'm sorry, my hand is on the table. Remember, if you can't have your wrist on the table, your hand is still going to be down like this. And you're going to be doing this. You're not going to be up in the air. You're going to be tired. You're going to hurt yourself. Too much work. You're going to be low. So get that client, put their hand low. You're in control. Up against that skin. Go round, 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 round. Around, around, around. Around one way. Not like that, but one way. Or I can go back that way. Go over here, do the same thing. That hand file is touching that client's skin. Because I need that flawless cuticle. And look, that took nothing. That took less than a minute to do that. So now I don't have to go up there and stay all day with the e-file. Even though they're not going to really feel it. So I'm going back this way. Now if I wanted to, I can finish this whole nail. Case of an emergency, but this video is about e-filing, so now I'm going to get my e-file. Make sure again you look at it, it's all the way down on low, because that's all you need. 4 fingers, same thing, in the same position. Start here, go around, go around, go around, go around, go around. I'm up against that skin like that. like that. You have to use what I tell you to use in order to get these results. If you run out of these sanding bands because you didn't get any more and you found some other ones and you're not sure if they zebra sanding bands, 180 fine, you're going to use whatever you got at home. You're not going to be able to do this and get those flawless cuticles, and that client ain't going to, she might not even tell you that you heavy-handed this appointment and you cut her. She just not going to come back because she don't want to. You were doing a good job at first, and then now all of a sudden you want to cut corners, cut costs or whatever. And remember, everything I'm telling you to buy is not that expensive anyway, so get what I tell you to buy, stock up, and have peace of mind. So you see what I'm doing? Go around. I'm on the skin. No big deal because they can't feel it. Just don't stay on there a long time. Do that. See? Do that. Do that. And actually, I don't even need to be up there that much. I'm just doing this for the purpose of the video. Go down the nail. See what I'm doing? I'm doing this. But in a fast motion. Go down. Just that quick, baby. That nail is done. Talking about fast full set because you did everything right. Look down the barrel of the nail. It should look like that. Look from the side to see if you need to file anything. If you need to go underneath to get that little regular piece right there. See that? Just get your E-file. Take your time. Don't dig into the nail and just get it from under there. Because that prick is going to, it's gonna drive them crazy. And they're gonna get it, and guess what? They're not gonna be cracked. So that entire nail, just that quick, it's E-file, baby. Look at that. I'm looking at all angles when I get through with the nail. So just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and get my, oh, I forgot to get a buffer. Shit. Oh, I got one over here. I use this one I've been using on me. It's a little dirty. You know, a client not going to use a dirty buffer. So now you got to do is I started the cuticle area first. Then tie your nail. Pay attention, look at it, make sure it's smooth. Remember, get your brush if you have to. Clean it off before you put that oil on there. And send them to go wash their hands to make sure everything is filed neatly. Because if not, they're gonna go spend all day at their bowl trying to pick at stuff. So. But remember, it's not the end. You can always come back, tell them to come back, say, I ain't finished, I ain't finished. You can always come back. And then, that's why you keep these on the side of your desk. Then you can come back and do any more filing or whatever. But down the barrel, this is the client hand. As if, you know, and I'm looking down the barrel of their nail. Because that's what they're going to be looking at. So this way, that's what you should have. I should see skin. I want to start seeing your client's skin. Stop making those nails so wide. So remember, if you have to, go back, put that file in there, go down, make that nail thin. I mean, not thin, I'm sorry. Make that nail narrow. That point should be straight in the center. See? Remember, if it's too bulky around here, get that file and just go in, just file it. Just use your imagination and do what you don't know you need to do to fix that nail. Then remember, if you file again, buff again. I'm not gonna put oil on this now because no, what? Yes, I am. So that's the e-file. That's the end of the e-filing video. And y'all know the next step. Get the cuticle oil in your hand. Just stay in this area. That's all you need to do. Stay in this area. And there you have it. Flawless cuticle. Get that oil in there to get that dust out, because soap and water is not enough to get that dust. That's what you should have. All right. So I'm gonna do the rest of the nail, my other nails, of course. So yeah, that's the end of the video, you guys. I love you guys for your support, and I appreciate you guys. Look at that curve. Yes. All right, ladies and gents, have a good day.